Hello, I'm Yutaka Watanabe, a certified tax accountant and administrative scrivener. Welcome to the channel. Tax Accountant and Administrative Scrivener Nabe solves your money problems. Today, I'll talk about what happens if you take on construction work without a license. For those of you involved in the construction industry, this is by no means someone else's problem. What would you do if just one small thought, it's probably Bitcoin, became the beginning of a massive domino effect that shakes your entire company? Let's take a careful look together at the true nature of this frightening chain reaction. Now, here's the main point. What do you think would happen if you took on construction work exceeding the legal threshold without obtaining the required license? This is not something that can be dismissed as a simple rule violation. It is a serious issue that can determine the future of your business itself. Now, the first domino falls. It is the most direct and extremely severe consequence: legal penalties. All treasuries begin here. First, let's clarify what exactly constitutes a violation. A violation of the Construction Business Act, simply put, means undertaking work that requires a license, such as project exceeding 5 million yen, without actually having that license. This is an act that shakes the very foundation of the industry rulebook. Thinking this should be fine, or I won't get caught, leads to irreversible consequences. So, what kind of penalties are imposed for such violations? Broadly speaking, there are two. One is imprisonment, which takes away your freedom. The other is a fine, which directly impacts your company's financial lifeline. Either way, the cost is enormous. Let's look at the specifics. First, imprisonment. This can be up to 3 years, even though it says up to 3 years is by no means a short term. Alternatively, there is a fine with an upper limit of 3 million yen. Even though it is up to, this amount can easily wipe out the profit from a single project. It is truly a devastating figure. But the story doesn't end here. Not at all. The first domino of legal penalties trigger a chain reaction, knocking down subsequent dominoes and causing fatal damage to your business. Take a look at this sequence. Once violation is confirmed, you will be unable to obtain a new license for 5 years. In practical terms, this means being completely shut out from major projects, and perhaps the most frightening consequence is a business suspension order. The possibility that your entire business could be forced to stop. This is a crucial point. It doesn't end with paying a fine or completing a trial. In fact, that is where even more serious problems begin. Problems that threaten your professional career. The path to your future suddenly slams shut. The achievements and experience you have built up lose their meaning in an instant. Just imagining it sends chills down your spine. During those 5 years, when you cannot obtain a license, your competitors continue to move forward, acquiring new technologies, gaining new clients, and expanding their business. Meanwhile, you are left standing still, with no choice but to wait as time passes. The gap that forms becomes impossible to close. And finally, the last domino falls. This may be the most destructive of all. Something that can never be recovered with money or qualification. That is the loss of social credibility. Think about it. Facts such as receiving penalties or being subject to a business suspension cannot be hidden forever. Eventually, they become known to the public. At the moment, the reputation and trust you have spent years or even decades building will collapse all at once. More correctly, your existing clients will leave. New contracts will become impossible to secure. Even long-standing business partners may lose trust in you. Trust takes years to build, but only a moment to lose. Once labeled as a company that failed to comply with the law, removing that label is extremely difficult. No matter how sincerely you try to work or how much you apologize, lost trust doesn't easily return. And what happens as a result? The path to growing your business is completely cut off. For a business that is equivalent to this, you may no longer be able to protect your employees' jobs, and your family livelihood may also be affected. A single misjudgment can create a tragedy that affects not only you, but everyone around you. So, how can you prevent such a worst-case domino effect? The rule to follow is actually very simple. The conclusion is this: comply with the law and operate your business within the appropriate scope. This one sentence is the only absolute rule to prevent the first domino from falling. Obtaining a license may feel troublesome. The procedures may take time, but think about it. The time and effort are the most reliable investment you can make to protect your business and your credibility. Complying with the law is not just about avoiding risks. It is also the strongest statement you can make to clients and partners. We are a trustworthy company. Never forget this. The true foundation of your business is not the profit in front of you, but your unwavering commitment to complying with the law. Today, I talked about what happens if you take on construction work without a license. For more information about construction license, please also visit the website of the Yutaka Watanabe Construction License Administrative Scrivener Office. I will continue to share content related to money, so please subscribe to the channel Tax Accountant and Administrative Scrivener Nabe solves your money problems.